You've been asking yourself, what is fate? If yes, I'm going to answer those questions. If not, why'd you click on this video? So, Fate is actually two separate games produced by Evil Hat. There's Fate Core, there's Fate Accelerated. Those are the predominant two. There's a lot of derivatives, but we're not going to get into that because, well, you don't have the time for that, and neither do I. So, right off the bat, Fate Accelerated and Fate Core operate on the same basic principle. You roll 4 6-sided dice that kind of look like this. At any given time, they got a plus, a minus, and a nil sign. All you do is you go pluses or ones, negatives or none, nulls or zeros. Shock of shocks is what it is. Then you add your little scores, your skills, your scores, or whatever, and you add it and you hope you hit your target number. That's the very basic systemic stuff of Fate. Now you're probably asking, well, why is there two? That sounds pretty simple. Why would they both share the same system? And I'll tell you. Fate Core has a shit ton more skills. Why? Because it wants to be like a big full-fledged game, for lack of a better term. It wants to have a lot of options, a lot of various facets you can play with and everything like that to try and give you a little bit more range on what you can do. Fate Accelerated, on the other hand, is like, we don't need that shit, and we're just going to slim it down to somewhere around 6 skills typically that govern everything you want. Your fighting, your intelligence, your engineering, whatever. So, right there, that's really the biggest difference between the two. Second biggest difference is that in Fate Core, you have a lot more aspects. Aspects are things about your character that kind of make you able to do things, Oh, I'm really good at fighting. I got a story reason why I can fight. I want to invoke that. Invoking is a thing we'll get into in a second. Anyway, you got a lot more of those in Fate Core than you do in Fate Accelerated. Follow with me so far? If so, good. If not, rewind and look again. And that's the biggest differences between Fate Core and Fate Accelerated. Next, we move on to invoking. I mentioned that. The biggest thing for Fate is this idea that what you're going to do is you're going to go, hey, I did this thing over here, or this element of my character, and I'm going to spend a Fate point and invoke it. And get a bonus or a reroll. Simple enough. Fun fact, you can also do it to other people unwillingly. You can also compel people. Compelling is essentially when you do the same thing only for narrative to make a story more complicated because, yes, that's what I really need. When I'm running limping with a gunshot wound, I want my friend to go, hey, you know that guy that you owe a debt to? It'd be super cool if he showed up right now. Here's a fate point. Now, I could choose to not, but say my friend's an asshole and I have no fate points to stop this awful, awful complication that's coming my way. So I'm bleeding out, and now that guy who I owe money to is running me down as well as whatever monster or person shot me. And that's really it. I mean, Fate is a super, super light game, in both forms. The biggest problem, though, that you'll encounter, the volatility of these 4 little d6s is insane. Because with 3 options and 4 dice, you actually have an equal opportunity to roll 1 success, null, or none. So you actually have a 66% chance to fail any given roll if you are unskilled in it. So if that doesn't make you go, ugh, I don't know what will. So yeah, take a look at it. If you've got any questions, leave them down below. Comment, share it if you think I'm right. If you don't think I'm right, tell me why I'm wrong, because you know what? We're all in this together, and you chose to come here. So, go find another video, go educate yourself about something different, and yeah, it's good for the brain.